Welcome everybody to episode 8 of the Couch Crunch podcast. I'm glad to see that we're making it this far. Glad that everyone's tuning in and listening. Thank you guys for just tuning in and helping us grow and everything. I'm joined here with my 3 co-hosts, Mir, Don, Nick. Go ahead and introduce yourselves in that order.
Hey guys, it's Nick on this episode.
Hey, I hope everyone's doing well. It's Don here.
Hey everybody, I hope everybody's having a good week.
All right, I'm glad everyone went in the backwards order that I mentioned.
Yep.
Anyway, we got a lot of topics real quick, but I wanted to talk about a real big thing that happened was that Sony, they just bought Bungie for $4 million, something like that, $4 billion,
roughly around there. It was like
3.8 or something.
3.6, I think, to be accurate, or somewhere.
That's fine. That's
you round it off.
Yeah.
So it's a shitload of money that nobody has.
I know these companies, man, they're going to war with each other.
Competition.
They're buying turf now. They're just buying all this territory.
Yeah.
Mir, how do you feel about this?
So the thing is like, this is a lot to take in. I feel like, we can't sugarcoat anything, right? Like, this is a subliminal target towards Microsoft. We know that, they buy out Bungie, which is the developer for Microsoft's early Halo games. So we already know that Sony did this out of spite, right? This is a direct target towards Xbox.
I would call it a response, but I don't know if I'd call it you made it sound like they did it at a retaliation.
They did it out of a sneak diss. They kind of did it you guys are gonna buy Activision, right? And we have some partnership with them. Okay, it's cool. We're gonna buy the people who made Halo for you guys.
They did it underneath the mat. They didn't see that coming.
Right. There was no speculation that they were gonna do this. We all knew that they were gonna target it, but we didn't know when this was gonna happen. And I think that's the interesting part.
All right. Plus, to be fair, Microsoft, they got one of their main titles, Crash and Spyro. So they took that away. So they said, okay, we take Halo then.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It was a little low-key, subliminal kind of diss thing towards...
real quick, just go off what Don said. They don't own Halo necessarily. Remember, the current Halos are owned by 343 Industries.
Right, the first 3, right?
Yeah, I think they have the right. Now have the rights to the original trilogy of Halos.
Right.
Which is good enough, though. That's
Halo.
It's a slap in the face. It's you bought out the developer who owned your shit, made your hottest game. Yeah. So we can't just act like that wasn't a hit from Sony.
Right.
I think the beauty though is for me personally, I think Bungie is a good enough developer to where I think they could. I think them being at Sony is a good look for them in terms of what they can make. Outside of Destiny and Halo, because that's what they're known for, right? Those 2 games. There was shit in the past, but their most valuable stuff is the Halo and the Destiny. That's their resume. And I think that as long as Sony allows them, with a decent budget, of course, to create new IPs, which I'm hoping if they're doing this deal, something has to be in the works, because it's essentially pointless, right? It's why do we have what does that offer any PlayStation fans, right? We even with this deal being said, like you just mentioned, I don't think they have that ownership of those original Halo games anyway. So
yeah, I think they do, but I don't know for sure. Don't quote me on that. So maybe they do, maybe they don't.
Right. So how does that transpire? Right. Are they going to would it even make sense for them to add Halo 3 and all those games on PlayStation? Right. It wouldn't make any sense, right? So I think the bigger picture here is I think Sony bought them obviously to make a move at Microsoft, but I think they're thinking about the bigger picture as well too, what Bungie, because I don't know about you guys, but I think that Bungie is a pretty good developer. I enjoy Destiny, and another thing we can't forget is that Activision originally published Destiny 1. So that's the thing there too. It's like, all right, you buy out the people who, Dungy was developing this game for. So I think there's some type of like, again, sneak, low key, hidden like this is there. But like I said, I think Sony did it for the bigger picture. I think they're more so on like what Bungie can offer us, more so than what they have now.
Yeah. My thing though is like, is this going to be enough of a blow? I feel like it's not enough of a blow. Like, come on, like, yeah, they got, like you said, they got Destiny and like maybe the original Halo trilogy, but like Activision just holds so much more IP. I feel like Microsoft took more from them because like you said, they got Crash now. They have Halo, Call of Duty. They have some of the bigger like flagship franchises, and like I think this is going to be. I don't know if this was a big enough like retaliation move on Sony.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like that proves my point. It's like I think they did it to where it's like, all right, well, we're going to take a little shot, but I think they have enough faith in Bungie to where it's like the bigger picture, like. Because we need new IPs from Bungie. The last thing we had was Destiny 2. That was like 5 years ago, right?
Yeah, so remember they said they have 10 years of content. Remember?
I don't think that's happening.
Yeah, but the thing is that
10 years of Bungie.
We got to remember, like Sony makes quality games. They make story-driven, very like long-lasting, thought-provoking games. And if you have somebody like Bungie who has a huge fan base, and you tell them, "Hey, listen, we're going to give you X amount of money to produce something for us that could stand on the quality of like Insomniac, Naughty Dog, and all that," I think Bungie can do it.
That's a good point. Man, maybe.
Yeah, for the future titles, who knows what is in the works for Bungie? So
that's true.
You never know;
true.
They might come up with new titles. And
that's true. We can probably see new IPs. This is going to be weird.
I think that's the only reason why they did it. I think they were like, listen, Bungie brings in a lot of attraction. They have history with Xbox. Let's just scoop them up real fast.
Yeah,
but they could have bought anybody,
and they chose them.
Exactly.
Yeah, but they're losing territory though. Xbox is just scooping all the Infinity Stones.
I'm seeing Capcom is on sale too. I see that on like a Twitter feed. Like,
I don't want Capcom to go to anybody. Capcom, stay where you are. Don't be bought by anybody. No,
you don't want like exclusive like Don't May Cry or Resident Evil.
That's the thing. Like when you, and I can only speak from me and Nick's perspective, like when you have both consoles, it doesn't matter because we have access to either one of them.
Right.
So I don't really care. Like,
yeah. So why are you saying why don't you want?
Because it's like if Capcom was bought by Xbox, it's like okay, like I'd still have access to it, and either if it was bought by PlayStation, I still have access to it. It doesn't stop me from playing either one of them. So that's why I really don't really care. Like I don't want them to be bought up by anybody.
It sounded like you cared earlier.
Don't get me wrong, I love Capcom though.
Yeah,
I just like the Resident Evil franchise.
I like the buy.
Street Fighter, Marvel vs. Capcom. We can't sleep on them. Mega Man.
I don't really care. I don't care for Mega Man, but
I think the buyout was actually a really good idea, though. Overall, yeah, obviously, because for future, I don't know. I would like to see like what type of exclusives are they going to bring to PlayStation now. You know what I mean? Like now that PlayStation owns them, let's see what Bungie can bring.
Yeah, but remember, just because they're owned by them doesn't necessarily mean they'll push out just exclusives.
No,
you never know.
We never know, though. We never know.
That's true.
You know,
it's another one where like we'll have to see like the fruits of the labor once they start to bear fruit. Like,
right.
It's hard to tell what'll happen in the future, but I just thought it was interesting to bring up, about the whole.
So give me a second because I'm about to actually pull up all the games that they developed. Well, the interesting ones anyway. So like
Bungie, yeah, you got Halo and Destiny.
Yeah, it's pretty much true. But they also made the game Oni. Remember that game?
The reason why no one's talking right now is because no one has no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, Oni was like...
no, I remember that game, but I haven't seen it in a very long time.
It's a beat-em-up kind of hack and slash kind of like...
I've never heard of this thing.
It's considered a classic for the PS2. Yeah, it's a really popular game. But the thing about it is, like I said, the biggest benefit is that imagine if they remake this game.
Yeah, but that's just one franchise, though. Like,
but they own them, so there's an unlimited amount of possibilities.
Yeah.
Oh, like you said, we're gonna have to wait and see. That's our classic like motto here. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, it's just gonna be bizarre seeing Halo on PlayStation now.
That'd be weird. Could you imagine Halo 3 on PlayStation?
Bro, I was already talking about it earlier. Like imagine playing Halo with a PlayStation controller. It just wouldn't feel right.
It would. I feel like I'd be playing like a mod.
That's exactly what that is. That's a great description.
I know we've been years of playing this game, and it's like playing it for a PlayStation controller is like weird.
But to be fair, Microsoft is going to be Bizarre and Crash and Spyro on Xbox as well.
That's not necessarily true.
Yeah, that's not
Same
weird.
Trilogy and Crash Tag Team, that all was on Xbox years ago.
And then also, I don't know if you know this, Don. Back in, I think it's like 2008, when Activision bought the rights to Crash over Naughty Dog, they released that Crash of the Titans one. That came out for Xbox.
Which was superly disliked by the community. I actually like that one.
But the Crash
it was hit or miss.
Crash of the Titans was good though.
Yeah,
I liked the art style behind it. Like
I
every
hated
chapter,
the art style, but the gameplay was fun.
every chapter had like a different art style. Not that was really cool.
No, I'm saying like from the original Spyro and Crash, since they, as recent years, they've been going back to their original roots of, the first 3 Crash, 1, 2, and 3.
Platformers.
Yeah.
Well, the original.
Because
Yeah.
all the other ones, they were remake. I mean, kind of creations from different developers, but
Yeah. Because I remember
like
Sierra, I forgot, Sierra something, those developers.
Sierra. I was Sierra Mist. Like an idiot.
I thought it was that too. But
I think
they
Sierra.
made Crash Twin Sanity, right? And I think they made a couple of the titles for the Game Boy. But it's it's not necessarily weird anymore because it's been on Xbox for a while now. And I mean, if Sony wanted to, they could have had that when it originally launched for the PS4. They could have just kept it on there.
Yeah. They're probably done with it.
Yeah, probably. I'm not that shocked to see it on Xbox nowadays. But let's move on to a different thing going on. So, new game came out recently. I feel like this is just going to be really me and Mir because we're the ones who actually have it. But Pokemon Legends Arceus finally came out. Mir, your first impression thoughts?
All right, so just disclaimer for everybody. I haven't actually sat and played a Pokemon game since Pokemon Emerald, I believe.
Quality.
That was years ago, but it was fantastic. I think Arceus is really good. What do I like about it? So there's a lot of comparisons with Breath of the Wild. It's not really comparable, but I can see why people think it is. It's not the same open world kind of thing. It is open world, but it's not as in depth as Breath of the Wild. I haven't seen any weather changes or anything like that in the game. I haven't got that far. I'm probably 5 hours in.
I don't think it's necessarily weather change. I know there's a day-night cycle though.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, based off the best thing that I like about it so far is the combat system. I think it's the most unique. I haven't seen anything like this in any I mean, there's a lot of RPGs that this game draws the influence from, but the fact that you actually get to move your trainer around in really battle, cool. That's really cool. So I think that's one of the coolest aspects about this game. But then I just like the whole. I think the story mode is pretty cool so far. I think it has pretty unique cast. A lot of people were having concerns about the graphics. I think the graphics are good for what they are. I think it's Breath of the Wild definitely looks better, but I think Arceus is just a notch down from what Breath of the Wild is.
Okay.
I've recently just unlocked the Pokemon that allows you to travel.
The weird deer?
Yeah, so that's really cool because I was having trouble do I really have to fucking run this far to each area? But the fact that they give you that is pretty cool. And then I just like the game. Like I said, the gameplay is pretty much the best thing for me. The fact that, you just craft Pokeballs, craft all the items that you need and just take them with you. I have found myself engaging in some big ass Pokemon. Again, I'm not really familiar with it, so I can't remember all the names. But those battles are really tough.
Oh, you mean the enraged Pokemon?
Yeah, they're really tough. Anytime I fight them, my Pokemon are automatically out of it. I'll be off of one hit.
You gotta train your mons, man.
I don't know how. It's just I don't know how to do it.
You train them up just the same way in any other Pokemon game. You find a wild Pokemon, you throw your Pokeball at it, you fight it. So
just battling.
Yeah, you have to battle wild Pokemon
and level up.
What's your strongest Pokemon? What level is he?
19.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
You're a shame.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, overall, I think it's a really good game.
So, let's say if we were to do 1 out of 5, what would you give it?
I would give it a 4.
Okay, that's really generous. All right. I'll give my take because I'd argue that I'm the real Pokemon fan here in the group because like I've played literally every single Pokemon game before it. I got some pros and a handful of cons. I will admit we'll start with the cons because I like to start with the bad stuff first.
Let me ask you a question because I'm still, like I said, I've been out of Pokemon for so long.
Okay.
I meant to mention this. One of my biggest issues, and this is kind of like I don't know if I could say this is a Pokemon thing. This is more so a Nintendo thing. There's no actual voice. Like everything is just subtitles and just
that's a Pokemon thing.
That's in every Pokemon. Nobody talks.
There hasn't been. That's one of my cons actually. There's no voice acting in the entire game.
That's the problem because it's like there's so many unique characters in there. I actually like the professor. Or I believe her name's Akali. Like
Akari.
Akari. Like I want to hear their voices, and it's just like, why is this still a thing? Like Nintendo is that damn company where it's like they're sitting on money, but they're just not investing the correct thing.
I would say that's more of a nitpick for me. Where like I would like voice acting, but I don't need it. But like this game being like a more of an experimental kind of thing, it's like I would have loved to see them at least try it, even if it didn't really work that well. But going back on my pros and cons, I think pro is the game is just incredibly fun. There's a lot of form factor. Like I said, the open world thing is really cool. I like the exploration. I like all that. It feels like a more expanded version of Sword and Shield, where there was like this big wild open area where you can like explore and do whatever you want. So I thought that was cool. Another pro is I like the combat, the new thing they put into the battling where it's the styles. So like,
yeah,
once your Pokemon, you can master a move and like you can do strong or agile style.
I was confused about that. I mean, I obviously based off of the names, I know the difference, but
yeah. So the different, I'll explain it anyway. The strong style means your attack's going to do a lot more damage, but there's a chance that you give your opponent a second turn. And then agile style weakens the move, but you might get more turns to go at it. And so I thought that was really cool. That was a neat little like addition to the game. My main con with the game is there's such a small like list of new forms. It's like, let me explain because I know you haven't played every other. I don't know if you played Sword and Shield or Sun and Moon.
No.
So they introduced this new thing called regional forms, where they took older Pokemon and made new forms of it. So like, let's say for example, Pikachu is like, or I'll give you a big example. Raichu's a regular electric type, but in in Sun and Moon, he has a new form where he's electric psychic, and it looks completely different in everything. So like, I thought those are really cool, and they do have these in this one, but there's only like 20-ish. Yeah, there's very few, and like the few that they're there are really good. Don't get me wrong, but I just wish they had did a lot more with it. And then the starters are, I don't know. Again, I've seen the fully evolved starters. I don't know if you have. 2 out of the 3 are very underwhelming in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like I won't say who because
spoilers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But other than that, they're really underwhelming. Another con is the story for me. I don't care about the story in Pokemon. I really don't. No one ever has.
Yeah.
And I get it for them during trying, because like I said, this is more of an experimental thing. So like I get why they're trying to focus more on the story, but I just don't care. I really don't.
So yeah, I don't mean to cut you off, but that's a because I hear that term a lot with this. Like I've seen a bunch of like people talk about it. Like what makes this game experimental? Like why is it?
It's just one. It's not a mainline. Every mainline Pokemon game is a new gen, quote unquote. So in every gen is a whole new batch of Pokemon, a whole new area, a whole new everything. This one is taking an older Pokemon. So I don't know if you know this. The Hisui region, which is the one that this takes place in, is an ancient version of Gen 4's region. Okay. So that's why there's a lot of Gen 4 Pokemon in it. So this is kind of like a prequel-ish thing to Gen 4, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
So that's why it's called an experimental thing. It's not considered a mainline Pokemon game. That's why it's experimental. And it's also obviously doing things that no other Pokemon game has done before.
In terms of like the open one, obviously not the open world.
No, that's another concept that's never been done.
All Pokemon games were open world.
No.
Are they level based? Like
no, they're pretty linear.
Okay.
You get a map, but like there's a predetermined path on that map that you have to go through.
Like Zelda. Like what was that one that
I played like 2 Zelda games.
the one that looks like the older Pokemon. Sorry if I
The Minish Cap.
No. It's the Wind Waker? No, it's not that one. I'm sorry. You guys know which one I'm talking about.
I've only played the Minish Cap and Breath of the Wild.
It's for Switch. I can't remember.
Link's Awakening.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I know what you mean. The one that looks like
old school Pokemon.
Yeah, I know what you mean now.
Yeah.
But I have my brain stopped. I forgot what my other con was. You son of a whore. You threw me off.
Where the last con you were talking about, you didn't like the story.
Yeah, I didn't really care for the story. And I don't know, like other than that though, like I really am overall, like I'm really enjoying it, but like it's not perfect. And I knew it wasn't going to be perfect. I knew it wasn't going to be the best. But I do agree that this game has the tools to make Gen 9 probably one of the best in the whole franchise. Like I loved Sword and Shield, which is Gen 8, the one right before it. Yeah. So like I kind of want to do a little bit more of that, but like, you know, up it up a little bit.
So my question is like, do you feel like this game will just be known as the blueprint that set it up for the upcoming Pokemon games? Or like, will this game have a staple in the community?
In a weird way, I think both. I think it will be known.
Like 10 years from now, we go back and be like, yo, remember when that game came out?
Yeah, I definitely think we'd be like, yo, you remember when Legends Arceus was a thing? Like, that was crazy. Like, I think that'll be a thing, but like, I still think people are going to be like, yeah, that was so crazy. It set up Gen 9 so well, or something like that, you know?
So for people who aren't into Pokemon, if they had, because there's a lot of people that are getting to the Switch nowadays. So like if they had to choose between Arceus and Sword and Shield, which one would you prefer?
It depends. If you want that traditional Pokemon feel, Sword and Shield.
Yeah.
If you want something that kind of feels like Pokemon, but not really, obviously Legends Arceus. Overall, I would give Legends Arceus, I would also give it a 4.
Yeah.
Like, I'm really having fun with it. It's not perfect, but I'm really enjoying it. So, you know, good on you, Nintendo, for creating Legends Arceus.
Yeah. I mean, we already knew ever since, like, trailers from last year that this game was going to be pretty big.
Yeah. Also, like, I feel like the graphics, like, I agree with you where, like, the graphics are a little, like, yeah, they're not perfect, but they're not that bad.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, people were slamming it for, like, being absolutely ugly. And I'm like, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
Like,
also, I'm just saying, Oshawott the best starter. I don't care what you say.
I didn't pick him.
Yeah, because you're wrong.
I mean, you said no spoilers. Remember, you were.
I know. I'm just saying you're wrong, though. you pick Rowlet. Yeah, but that's our little mini review / first impressions of Legends Arceus. We'll probably do a full review sometime later on, but yeah, not bad. But let's move on to the next game on our list, Elden Ring. So, forgive me for butchering this name, but director Hidetaka Miyazaki.
Hidetaka.
Yeah, apparently has been like Hidetaka Miyazaki.
We'll just go by Hidetaka.
Yeah.
Again, apologies for butchering the name.
Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know. But yeah, apparently Elden Ring has been talked to be like one of the most difficult from software games coming out. So I'm gonna leave that to Nick and Don.
So let me just like clarify, just to break down pretty much what was going on. So in an interview, like an article, he pretty much was talking about the history of like From Software games and like how fans were saying that, you know, these games are super difficult and like, what's going to make Elden Ring different from the rest of them, right? And he was pretty much saying like, he feels like, well, he didn't really answer it specifically. He was kind of just saying like, well, nothing's going to be different, but more people are going to have fun with this game more than the others, if that makes sense.
Does that imply that it's going to be easier? Because
so that's the thing. He didn't really want to answer it. He was just saying people are going to enjoy this more. Now, I don't know. That could be based off of the fact that George R.R. is writing the story. And so maybe story might draw more people in.
Well, he did kind of answer it. He was saying pretty much what he always been saying, because I do kind of keep up with his interviews. He pretty much, when people ask him that, in this article, he was saying, oh, well, that's kind of what the base game is based off, the difficulty. All his From Software games are. So he said, just to overcome that difficulty, the difficulty hump of the game. And, for newcomers, I hear that from another newcomer saying that they want the difficulty to be more easier, but
yeah. So one of the things that he said is that he definitely feels that this game is going to have more completion rates for sure. Like he feels like a lot of people are going to actually finish this game compared to all the titles in the past.
Like I said, if they didn't change the difficulty, I ain't touching it. So go ahead, Nick.
So my thoughts on it is I like the fact that Hitaka is trying to listen to the fans by monitoring, PlayStation blogs and basically just trying to address fans' concerns with From Software games, difficulties. I also like the fact that he stated in one article that I read that the main purpose of these games, and Elden Ring specifically, with the game releasing pretty soon, is to encourage adversity and somewhat dismissively as well. That's kind of the point of these games, right? Is to try to force the difficulty so you will feel more accomplished when you have beaten a boss or have enemies, a group of enemies that constantly keep killing you, keep dying from it. And by accommodating these fans by stating that that's a valid point, that's what he usually responds to the fans on the blog. That kind of defeats the purpose, though, to these games about making it a little easier. Give me 1 second.
Take your time. I'm sorry, everybody.
But it kind of defeats the purpose. These games wasn't so. If these games wasn't so challenging, right? If they wasn't so challenging, that's like saying if you take out the mechanics of difficulty, that's like if in Fortnite, if you to be able to build, that's like if you take the building aspect out and you're just walking around and killing each other,
as they should.
But that's just you're ultimately just taking away that mechanic in the game. I understand he's trying to implement a little more easier for these games for fans to enjoy it more, but it's they've been doing this for a very long time now.
Yeah, because that's the core base of the fan base. Without that, it's right. Not a From Software game. That's what they're known for.
So the thing is that I think we got to remember that the game has multiplayer, right?
Right.
That's where the easiness and accessibility comes, right?
No,
because you're not only, obviously it's a single player game, but if you have a partner or multiple friends to help you fight a boss, that's where it lessens the difficulty, right? You don't have to fight that boss solo.
Which I enjoy. I like the fact they do give the ability to have a co-op player help you out in these adventures. When you're fighting a boss that you can't really beat. I like that a lot, but it's just if you take that away, I'm not going to bitch about it,
Yeah, but we're talking about fans want the game to be a little bit more easier, and I'm saying that's one of the ways that the game is pretty much easier, right? You play with friends. I think it goes up to, I believe, 4 or 6 players or something like that. Again, if you have a huge lobby,
which was Dark Souls 3 as well, right?
Right. So but in all From Software games, that's the easy point right there. You play with friends to help you beat it together. Now, if you're one of those, you want to do it dolo and you want to do it solo, then complaining about the difficulty isn't really what's the point of complaining, because there's no difficulty setting. The game is just how you get it. You get it the way you get it.
Plus, coming from early 2000s games, they didn't hold your hands like the 2010s games, from what I noticed.
At all.
So it's I'm glad From Software at least cut that tradition of giving a player a challenge in the actual game. So
I'm just saying, everybody who plays From Software games is psychopaths. That's all I'm going to say.
We love you too.
Nah, I'm a little on the fence with Alex too. I think sometimes From Software has very unnecessary things in the game. But I get it. It's a difficult game. It's supposed to. That's what they're known for. I just think again, the idea of what are these called? Like roguelike games where you die and then you have to start over and shit like that.
Right.
I just feel like the idea of it, especially from software games, is kind of pointless because it's like why, especially like fucking what was that game? I don't know if you guys remember Returnal. Like it's just one of those things where it's like, bro, you just
what is
I
that?
hated it so much.
Wait, what is that?
It was a PS5 exclusive.
No, you didn't get what I was doing there.
I did, but I had to answer
that forgettable.
But it was just like, actually, a lot of people like that game. Like you go on Twitter, there's a whole community about it.
It was so hard,
but it wasn't necessarily hard. It was just like it had a lot of unnecessary. It was a lot of people said that it was like, what's the old arcade ship game that there's a bunch of shit on the screen, but you're playing as the ship. You have the asteroids. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was like that.
Space Invaders?
Exactly. Yeah, Space Invaders. So like my point is like what From Software games, I feel like what's the overall point that you're trying to make, right? Like you're making these games so difficult to like prove what, right? Obviously it's
about self-accomplishment, though.
Yeah,
I get that point, but it's like,
but you don't have to make your games incredibly difficult to get that.
But it feels more achievable though when you do it that way.
But that's the thing. You beat a boss in the game, and it's like you have nothing to show for it because the community is not big enough to where it's like, oh my god, like I just fucking like it's different. It's different if it's a game like fucking.
Also, it's just a video game. I feel like people are too deep into that. I feel like that
into the difficulty of
like the sense of self-accomplishment is like, yeah, I beat that boss. I'm like, okay, you beat the boss in the game.
That's my point.
I feel special when I do it.
Yeah, but it's more so like you don't really have anything to show for it though. It's like you get an achievement. Yeah, but who's gonna see the achievement besides you?
My friends.
It's not like that's not you. So you spend blood, sweat, and tears in 12 hours.
First off, it's not a boss. It's not. I'm not trying to show for it like on like media. I'm showing this is my own achievement.
Yeah, but like you spend so much time to try to beat the boss, and it's like
it feels so much good when you do it though. Like
my thing is
right now, like
you're okay with spending 12 hours. To
I spent weeks. Ask Don.
You can tell we're very passionate about this topic.
Weeks.
Yeah, my thing is like it's not about the achievement; it's about the challenge. It's like it's such a unique space where no other games are really doing it. So it fills in that gap of where, oh yes, I finally get a challenge and not be able to just walk through a game with somebody holding your hands with the developers.
And like I said, like you said before, Amir, it's like it's not that it's really difficult, right? Like you played these games before. They're not that. No, there's a lot more harder games out there. It's just people like to complain about it because it's just like. A lot of people like to complain about it because it's like the bosses they can't beat nobody they can't beat nothing, they just keep dying.
Just the game offers cheap mechanics. Like I remember like when I first bought Demon's Souls for the PS5,
right?
I fucking hated it. I wanted to refund it right away.
You loved it.
It was just certain things, and mind you, this was my very first like Demon's Souls, Dark Souls kind of game, right. And I just like I went into the game not understanding anything. I didn't understand how soul points work. I didn't understand anything, right? So like I was just an outsider coming in. But it was just certain things that I just couldn't grasp by. So like honestly, you've helped me play through the game. Right. But it's like if it wasn't for you helping me, I don't think I would have been able to like. Because again, it's just cheap things, right? Like the lack of health in the levels, or like the fact that again you die, all the enemies respawn,
the stamina, the weapons.
Yeah, there's just a lot of things where it's like I don't know if I could really get by this, and I don't know if I could spend hours just to justify beating a boss to show no one.
That's what I'm telling you. It's not about that though. It's about the fact like you beat it yourself, man. That's the biggest thing.
I'm staying out of this. I'm just putting it out there. This game's ain't for me.
But the one thing is, I don't think it's cheap. I think it's just them being realistic and just giving you bare health and bare stamina, and you just gotta work with that within that that range, and you get to upgrade it eventually as you keep. It's an RPG, so you get to upgrade as you get to go. And
I have a question real quick. Does Code Vein count as a From Software game?
No.
I know it's from Bandai Namco, but like it's basically a Dark Souls
like a rogue-like type genre? I don't think so. I thought it was like I've only played the demo. Isn't it like Scarlet Nexus and
it plays it literally? I thought it plays literally just like a Dark Souls game. Well, I guess I'm wrong. Never mind then.
No, I think they're a lot harder.
Because I was about to say, if that counts, I kind of like Code Vein though. It's a pretty fun game.
Yeah, Code Vein. I didn't get a chance to play it, but I heard it was good. So
Yeah,
It's one of those games, Code Vein. I believe it took from inspiration from Dark Souls 3.
yeah,
so
that's what I mean. Yeah,
just like Blasphemy.
Blasphemous. Yeah, I heard of that
I mean,
one.
yeah, just like that game also took from Dark Souls as well.
I cannot wait for this release. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah,
This game comes out in what, February?
February 24th.
The end of the month, yeah.
So
Yeah.
a couple weeks away.
I will be in front of my gaming system, ready to play it.
Yeah, so we're gonna lose Nick a few episodes.
and
I'll be gone.
And also, to be fair too, like with Dark Souls, at least they give you checkpoints. But with Returnal, they have you restart the whole game. That's the difference between Returnal and Dark
Is
Souls.
that true?
Nah, yeah, you're right. That's a good point. I mean, I haven't played it since it came out. I never finished it.
Well,
But I heard after time they did make like some type of save points for you.
I was
you know?
about to say.
Oh, you're talking about Returnal?
Yeah.
I was about to say that's why that game's in the $10 bin at GameStop right
Well, I
now.
was gonna say, like when we first played it, it was just like that. When you die, you could be so far in the game, and then boom, you're right back in the beginning.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That was a thing?
Yeah.
Returnal was pretty crazy.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness, that's a big no for me.
But that's what
Like-
I'm saying. At least from software games, they give you the chance to go like a
Yeah.
checkpoint with the fire.
Yeah, the bonfires and stuff.
But I hope the checkpoints in Elden Ring are not as bad as
The bonfires?
no Demon Souls, because I remember playing with mirrors, like they're so spread out.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, they're very bad.
I also have a quick question about from software games.
Right.
Is this game gonna have like a drop in, drop out like multiplayer thing, or do you still have to
No.
go through that annoying process of finding the item?
No, you gotta buy the item, and yes, you're still gonna have to summon somebody.
Stupid.
It would always be that way.
But Hidetaka in this article, he was saying an Elden Ring is going to make it a more easier process though.
Okay,
with the
good. Yeah, so
multiplayer.
that's
So-
something they definitely should address.
It's still going to be a buy. I doubt it's going to be just a
It needs to be-
regularly.
it needs to be a
invite.
regular like lobby system. Like
I mean, I agree with you, but it's
You
like,
need to be able to buy the stone or whatever it's going to be called at
you
any
can buy
time.
the stone. You just have to have in like the in-game money.
No.
you shouldn't have to buy an item at all. You should just
Why
be
do I
able
have to spend actual money to play
No,
with somebody?
no, not actual
not
money,
actual
man.
money. In-game money.
Yeah.
The
in-game.
in-game currency money?
Yes.
That's still
Oh, yeah,
wrong.
that's
That's wrong
fine,
too,
yeah.
though. But like, it should be invite player. Bam, there you go.
I know.
Yeah, nah,
but
they
that-
never break the cycle.
But that's what I'm saying. You guys want this to be easy made on the silver platter. It's not that way. It
Yeah, but
wasn't
that has
way.
nothing
That's
to
why I
do
don't
with
play it.
difficulty, though. That should be pretty simple.
No, that's
That's
what
why I'm not buying it.
That's what I'm saying. Hidetaka said he's going to make it more simpler in this one and
Okay,
Elden Ring.
yeah, that
so
makes
But,
more
but I
sense.
doubt it's going to be like that though. Like if you could just sit there and invite a friend, I doubt it's.
I mean,
it's
why
going to be
wouldn't it,
easier. But I'm
though?
saying I don't know if it's going to be that though.
oh yeah,
Why
Right.
wouldn't it, though? They said that this was going to be a more open world type of
Right,
game.
but that doesn't exclude the fact that they're going to be able to invite people easier. I mean, yeah, it's going to be easier, but it's not going to be like, okay, I'm just going to go to my friend's
but
list.
this is the thing, and it kind of goes against what I'm saying. But like, whether you invite somebody or not, isn't the difficulty, quote unquote, still supposed to be difficult? So
Yeah.
it doesn't matter if you invite a
It
friend
does-
or not.
it
The game
doesn't ma-
experience is going to be the same.
Exactly.
So, but our argument is like, why? If the game is already hard itself, why make it even harder by finding some random ass stone in order to invite friends? Like,
Hey,
bro, those stone, what are they called on Demon Souls? The stone,
the blue-eyed stone.
bro, those things are fucking sacred. Like, they're so difficult to find.
Not the embers in Dark Souls 3.
But that's
Yeah,
what I'm
the
saying. So
embers.
it's like, bro, Demon Souls is already a challenging game, and they make it even harder. The fact that you have to find this one stone throughout one level
Bro.
in order to invite friends.
Bro, you know what this game is? This is a workout for gamers. I tell you that.
Work on my ass.
Listen,
That's
while
a-
you're on that, I'll be playing Horizon Forbidden West.
and not only that, I wonder how the system in Elden Ring when people invade your lobby, your session, because that was pretty
I
annoying in
can't,
Dark
yeah, I
Souls
can't
3.
stand that
And
too.
this is not to take shots, but I mean, if you guys complaining about the invite system, let's talk about. I mean, like I said, that's like asking Nintendo: are they ever going to fix that invite?
They need to. Oh my goodness, get rid of
Bro,
that
the
friend
only
code
game
crap.
where it's very simple to invite friends on is Smash. That's
No,
it.
it's not.
No, it's not.
Pretty simple.
No,
Well, I
it's
mean,
not.
compared to everything else,
not.
Mario
Yeah,
Kart
compared
is
to
gonna be
other,
okay.
I don't think
compared to
it's
other
that.
Nintendo stuff, but it's still annoying.
Yeah, I don't think it's that simple.
Just invite to lobby. Like,
Right.
it didn't. I think the only game that was simple was Splatoon. Actually,
Bro, screw all that. When are we getting party invites?
that's what I'm saying. Like, come on, Nintendo,
The Switch has been out for what, 5 years now? Like,
get it together. I love your console, but get rid of this friend code thing.
This topic was amazing.
Yeah, but to conclude it, as all from software fans would say, get good.
Just,
That's all I gotta say.
Just get good.
no, it's get good.
Good.
Get good.
All from software fans say that until they have to play Demon Souls 2. I'm sorry, Dark Souls 2.
Nah, give him the original Battletoads.
Yeah, that's like the hardest one. That's the hardest one of the franchise, actually. This is Dark Souls 2.
Go beat Streets of Rage, then get at me. That's a world challenge. All right, well, let's move off of something more
Less aggressive.
Yeah, less aggressive. So apparently the cast of the Guardians of the Galaxy is set to leave the MCU in 2023. How do you guys feel? How do you guys feel about Guardians of the Galaxy at all? Like,
I guess I'll go first.
Okay.
I love Guardians of the Galaxy. I think I personally think they have done a fantastic job with all three movies. Because this will be, I think, the third one, right?
Yeah.
It's coming up. Yeah.
But how do you see the third one was that good? It didn't come out yet.
I'm just saying, like, I know it's gonna be good.
Okay. Confident. I like that.
The actors, the story, and how they intertwine in the Avengers as well. I mean, it's going to be a little upsetting to see that they are coming to an end, but also I'm hoping that everything. I hope they end it with everything with a bang. If you know what I mean, like hopefully they end it like on good terms with the last film.
Hopefully, and they end it with the Nova.
So
you already know how I'm going to go with this.
So high hopes for the final film to come, and let's see if some characters won't make a sudden appearance in the other future Marvel movies after the final film comes out. So we don't know if there's going to be another appearance of another character we might see on the big picture.
Okay, interesting. All right, I'll jump mine real quick because Mir already spoiled it for everybody. The fact that we still have not seen Nova is driving me insane, and the fact that the Guardians of the Galaxy movies kind of hinted at Nova with the whole Nova Corp thing in the first movie. I'm so pissed at you. I hate you so much. Give me my Nova movie. I want my Nova. But yeah, if the third movie sets up Nova, I'll be fine. If not, it's alright. It's whatever. I'm not crazy about the Guardians of the Galaxy per se. I like the actors, don't get me wrong. I like their performances. Like Bradley Cooper as Rocket was amazing. Batista as Drax was like perfect casting in my opinion. Like he's one of the best casted MCU characters. But like I said, it didn't set up Nova, so and yeah.
Well, we might see Nova in the future. Who knows?
I mean, again, they destroyed Xander in the first movie, so it's like, how are they going to write Nova in at this point?
All right.
So, hopefully, it's not too late for Nova, but that's my take on it. What do you think, Don?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering too. If it's gonna after this third one, are they gonna bleed into another franchise from the MCU? So,
that's what I was thinking.
That'd be a good take. But overall, like I like the Guardians of the Galaxy. It's kind of like a trippy and galaxy adventure kind of movies. I really enjoyed it.
Actually, I thought I think the reason why they made this the last film is because I heard that Vin Diesel's not going to be returning. I guess he
voices Groot.
Yeah, I think I'd read some article that he's not going to be voicing Groot no more.
Yeah,
so that's why.
Not only that, but I know they were saying that Dave Bautista is leaving too.
Yeah,
so that's probably why they're wrapping up at the third movie.
Damn, that sucks.
Yeah, I agree with Alex. I think the best part about them is the cast. The cast was phenomenal.
That's what I'm saying.
That shit was like, bro, like, I think like, I mean, me personally, like, you guys are probably like find this crazy, but like, I think the Guardians are like some of the best Marvel MCU movies.
Yeah.
Like they're
like, up there. I wouldn't call them the best.
I would say they're the best.
Besides
Definitely some of the funnier ones.
Besides the Avengers.
But yeah, I mean, then it's like, it's Guardians, bro. Like, what's not to love about them? Like, I actually think that we're going to get, because they're going to find some way to intertwine Guardians 3 within what's going on right now. They have to, right? They did that with the Avengers. So, like, you guys are saying, like, at the end of Guardians 3, we might get that special character. I think we might even see it sooner, to be honest with you. Because Marvel isn't the type that'll wait to the very last minute to like present stuff. They normally do it like right then and there. So
I mean, I don't know if you remember in the end of part 2, they teased Adam Warlock.
Yeah, I remember that.
And they just announced the casting for him, and like,
yeah,
it's interesting casting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You heard about it? Will Poulter?
Yeah, I heard about it. Yeah.
That surprised me, but I can see it. I don't see why they wouldn't. Like, I think he's gonna be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I am. I mean, all good things have to come to an end.
Yeah,
I feel like the Guardians is going to have that trilogy though, that solid trilogy.
Yeah.
Especially compared to everybody else. Like,
I mean, another thing too, they can set up like the new Guardians.
That's what I'm saying.
Too.
I'm saying we don't know what to expect.
That's true.
We don't see,
or they could span into the Disney Marvel MCU too.
The show,
even though
the TV shows, or
yeah, like we could get
Disney
like a Gamora episode.
Well, remember, they're making an I Am Groot show.
Not to change.
That's fire.
Not to change the topic. I am so excited about that Miss Marvel one though.
Ms. Marvel?
Yeah.
What Miss Marvel?
Oh, the show on Disney Plus?
Yo,
I thought that was a movie.
No, that's a TV show.
No, there's two things coming out. Okay, there's Ms. Marvel coming out, and then you're
talking about Kamala Khan's Marvel.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You're thinking of the Marvels. So the Marvels is Captain Marvel too.
As in Carol Danvers.
Yeah. So her sequel.
That's a movie.
Yeah, it's a movie.
Kamala Khan is
a
TV show.
Oh, that's fire. I'm so for that. It's fire.
So the way it's going to go is the Miss Marvel is going to introduce Kamala Khan, but Kamala Khan's going to be in the Marvels. So
okay.
The Marvels is going to be 3 generations of Captain Marvel. It's going to be Carol Danvers, Kamala Khan, and Monica Rambeau.
I'm shocked.
Oh yeah, this is fire.
I'm shocked you didn't hear
because we already seen Monica Rambeau and
WandaVision.
Yeah,
but remember we just saw her just start to use her powers, and now we're going to see her actually have her powers.
Marvel's smart.
Yeah, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing.
I'm shocked that you didn't hear about that one though.
I mean, I've seen the logo for it and the marketing. I didn't know if it was going to be a TV show.
Yeah,
hold on, because now I got to ask. Who here has seen the trailer for Moon Knight?
I haven't
seen that.
Oh, I haven't yet.
You didn't?
You haven't? Bro, that's like your favorite Marvel character. How have you not seen that?
It's gonna be fire.
I was just about to say that's the next one I'm looking for a series. Moonlight.
That one's gonna be good.
I'm gonna be on top of that one.
Yeah,
that looks interesting.
Doesn't it drop in March? It drops in March, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like March 8th.
So all right. So there's Moon Knight. But then there's this thing about She-Hulk. What is that going to be? Is that going to be a movie or a TV
show? No, it's a Disney Plus show.
Yeah.
Damn, Disney Plus is killing it right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, the rest of the year they're gonna own it.
I remember when I first bought Disney Plus, I was like, "What do I need this for?" And then all this stuff just started coming out. And I was like, "Yes."
Oh my god!
Seem like they're really relying on Marvel right now.
They must have learned a lot from the Netflix series.
Yeah. No, I think WandaVision's really.
You talk. I know what you mean by that.
Yeah. Oh well, hold on. Speaking of, that's going to lead into our next topic, actually. So Daredevil's made multiple MCU appearances. How do we feel about that?
I'll go first.
Okay.
I mean, I think it's awesome. In my opinion, it's Matt Murdock. Like, come on now.
But it's not just. It's Charlie. What's his name? Charlie Cox.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's that version. Like,
yeah, that's the one from the Netflix series, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm saying it's Matt Murdock still.
Come on, that's the only one.
Yeah.
That other movie that came out years ago. We don't really speak about.
You don't want to talk about Ben Affleck?
Nah. But I love him, and I can't wait to see another potential film on the rise with the new Matt Murdock. You know, so I like I would love to see that in my opinion. But yeah, I am curious to see.
Wait, Big, before you continue, I just want to put out there potential spoiler warning, just in case anyone's not caught up on the MCU.
Okay,
go ahead.
But I am curious to see what other films he will make a sudden appearance in. Like high expectations on. I have high expectations on that, and the MCU will know what films to put him in. You know what I mean? They'll know what to put him in.
I'm pretty sure he'll be in the next the next Avengers thing.
Nah.
I'm curious if they continue with Spider-Man, if he's gonna make more of an appearance, because I know that's big in the comics with Spider-Man, Daredevil having a couple collabs or whatever.
Interesting.
So,
Mir, what do you think?
I need him in some type of meeting with the Avengers.
Yeah.
I know they're not really
they're not really together
at the moment. But
yeah.
I think he'd be a pretty cool addition. I think this is great. Like this brings the collage between the Netflix universe of MCU and then the Disney version. So I think he definitely had the best depiction of Daredevil, period. And there's also this new thing. I'm not sure if it's going to be on Disney Plus, but there's a new renewed series for it too. for Daredevil.
Really? I didn't know that.
It's going to be starring him. The thing is, I'll be a little disappointed if they don't have my dog Foggy in there and everybody else from the show.
Yeah.
Like that. I'm sorry, I don't remember the actor's name, but the guy who plays Kingpin is phenomenal.
Yeah, no, he's good.
He's
Great.
Kingpin.
Hang on.
Well, yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, he's the Hawkeye. Yeah,
I was going to say, I don't know if...
But
But
like,
before you continue, wait. Don and Nick, you guys watched Hawkeye, right?
Yeah, I finished it already.
Don?
Oh no.
All right, so this might be some spoilers for you.
Oh yeah, I don't care really much about Hawkeye to be honest.
Don
Okay,
said
okay.
Hawkeye sucks and Oliver Queen is better.
Ouch.
Sorry,
False, but ouch.
Sorry, Clint.
That's wrong. It's incorrect, but okay.
Oh, bro, what? Oliver Queen is way better than
Yeah, that show was garbage.
way better than I mean that's a debate in itself. I feel like Disney a lot of their shows present really good quality. And yeah, what CW is like, they were good quality at one point, but then they drag the seasons, bro. Like each season is like 25 episodes. Marvel sums it down in like 8 to 10.
I'm just putting it out there right now. I'm gonna put this out to the world. I'm gonna cause a lot of anger and hate here. Ready?
Oh, God.
Everything on the CW is garbage. Every single show, everything.
Somebody get this man.
The entire channel is garbo poo poo.
Bro, that's just not true.
It's just true.
Bro, you know how many people would smack you for saying The Flash is trash?
The Flash
is
trash.
arguably the best show on CW.
That's not a gun. It's not a compliment. If that's the best
show is
CW
great.
has,
The show's great.
I want to try out Naomi.
I heard that was pretty bad.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I heard that one was
like everything else on CW. Am I right, guys?
Flash is fire.
Come on,
Legends of Tomorrow is pretty good.
that show is so bad.
No,
I tried to
what
get
else?
into that show.
No. The Superman was good.
Yeah,
The new
I heard
one,
that
the
was
lowest
really
one
good.
that's talking about his family.
Supergirl was okay. Supergirl was
garbage. I tried to
Supergirl
get
was
into that one.
I heard mixed reviews between Batwoman.
That woman is garbage.
I watched it. I didn't like it. The first episode,
exactly.
I didn't like it.
The only show that I didn't watch yet, so I can't really put a pin on it, is Black Lightning. Everything
That
else-
show was great.
I
I'd
didn't
probably
see
say
it
it's Flash is number one, Black Lightning, and then I'd probably throw Arrow in there, and then everything else is afterwards.
Arrow's-
Black Lightning was great.
That's like,
But me personally, though, if we're
poo-poo.
talking about DC, I'm putting Titans over everything. Titans was phenomenal.
I thought that's not a CW show.
It's not, but it's a part of the DC.
Yeah, DCEU, whatever.
oh wait, who owns Titan?
HBO.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was CW too, but
Wait. About House Peacemaker. I didn't see that one either.
I didn't see that.
I didn't watch it either yet. That's a good.
Yeah.
Where's that one airing on?
It's on
HBO Max.
Okay,
All DC content is on HBO.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Because don't get me wrong, Suicide Squad movie was fantastic.
While
Yeah.
Marvel was blowing up on Disney, so
And that Harley Quinn animated TV series is pretty good too.
It's alright. I like
It's
it.
it's pretty good.
I like Kaylee Cuoco as Harley Quinn.
Wait, just to rewind back on Daredevil, is Disney gonna own Daredevil now, or
Disney owns every Marvel thing.
oh?
Yeah, they own all.
See,
of
that
Marvel.
kind of got me worried now because I don't know if they're gonna censor Daredevil because Daredevil is more kind of raw
Yeah.
in their content and story wise.
no, they do a good job of not censoring things out like that though.
Well, I mean, then again, you got the whole Ryan Reynolds controversy going on right now.
Oh,
I don't know
Yeah.
because Disney is known for like not really showing blood, and Daredevil was like more
Hold on,
raw of a.
Bro, isn't Blade on Disney Plus? Wasn't Blade chopping people up?
Oh
in the
no!
movies?
So they own Blade too now.
I think
They
so.
own
Yeah.
all Marvel.
yeah,
properties.
they own everything that's Marvel, buddy.
The only
Jeez. I don't
the
know
only
about
people
that.
they don't own right now officially is Spider-Man. That's it.
Wait. The Blade movies are on. They're on Disney.
Yeah, I
Plus?
think so. Yeah.
The old ones.
Really?
No.
X-Men's up there. Yeah. Everyone
That's true. X-Men was up there.
No, I'm like shit because that's a little bitty. Let's
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm
Like,
saying,
saying Vampire Slayer.
Well, no. Whatchamacallit? Deadpool's on Disney Plus.
Oh
yeah, but that's not. It's
Nah,
it's not as
Deadpool's
bad.
kinda graphic.
I don't think it's as bad as
Bro,
Blade is.
what?
No,
Are you-
yeah, it is. It's
What-
worse.
Yeah, you crazy?
Like cutting up people?
Yeah, he cut people's heads off.
Yeah.
Oh.
The first scene in the first Deadpool is him literally stabbing the guy through the stomach and lifting him in the air.
Nah.
Yeah, but they was able to get away
Oh.
with it because Sony owned them beforehand.
Fox owned him.
Oh, Fox.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure they still kept that in the movie though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they kept the original
No, I'm
format.
saying like now that they own it, they're gonna do it their way, and they're not.
Yeah,
gonna
that's a
do
good point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Disney, don't mess it up. Leave the violent characters violent. Just put a warning on there. Hey, it's rated R or whatever.
Listen, just divide. Just divide your content.
Put a subcategory
Then
on parental
make a
control.
content for Disney and Mickey and all the fantasy and all that, and then you keep the Marvel side with a little bit more dark and gore.
There you go.
Yeah, 'cause I am curious because recently I've seen that Disney is kind of partnering with Hulu, so I don't know if they're gonna put like more of their. Well, probably not. But
I don't know. That's a good point. Well,
raw
I mean,
stuff on the Hulu.
I know they did that for Hitmonkey. I don't know if you guys watched Hitmonkey.
Yeah, I didn't even know what that was until I'd seen a character on Marvel Contest of Champions on the game on the app.
Phenomenal game, by the way. Download now.
Right.
This is not a sponsored video, by the way.
But I seen this monkey character and I'm like, where the hell is this guy from? So I looked it up and
Hey, it's
I was like,
Hitmonkey.
oh, it's Hitmonkey.
Yeah, he's fantastic. He's cool.
Oh, Hitmonkey's part of Marvel.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's
So
one
that
of the
makes
more.
sense.
He's one of the more like lesser known characters in Hitmonkey. Kind of like Howard the Duck.
It's dude, it's a monkey in a suit. With
But he knows
sunglasses.
kung fu and he shoots guns and stuff. What
So-
more do you want? That's an A+ thing in my book.
So to your point, if they do that with like they did with Hitmonkey on Hulu, maybe they might do that with Daredevil. I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't
Yo,
know.
listen, I don't mean to go off track, but they recently just added American Dragon Jake Long on Disney Plus.
Are you serious?
Bro.
Wait, the original version or the
Yes.
reboot?
Nah, the original version.
The one that he actually had, like he was.
Yeah, he's muscly.
Fire,
Like,
bro.
I'm gonna have to watch some American Dragon later. Dude, I love that cartoon as a kid.
Yes.
Badger War is really fire. All right, well, speaking of, I always call it fire, but like, it's kind of related to fire. But MK12 has reportedly been leaked by another NetherRealm producer. How do we feel about MK12 coming out?
I guess I'll go first.
All right.
As I said on one of the previous episodes we did, I need a fighting game already. Please, NetherRealm, please give me either another MK or an Injustice. I'm fine with a new IP in general. Fuck it, I don't care. Just I want to be able to.
You just want to beat people up. You just want to scrap.
I just want a game that me and Mir can actually just go neck and neck at, you know?
I like how he went right after you, man.
Yeah,
He wants to beat you up.
Because that's the games that, that's really the games that kind of build our friendships, actually. So,
Imagine that. Friendship by violence.
and that's how we do it.
How'd you guys meet? Oh, we beat the crap out of each other in Mortal Kombat.
I cut his head off with a hat. So,
And I think I ripped your skull off by ice.
there you go. And then we were friends for 12 years. And then ever since, I want to kill him in real life. But
so Mir, how do you feel about MK12 being the next one?
I like it sounds cool. I like the idea, but I don't really want it.
Really?
MK11, bro, it just came out. And it's still
It was like 2000.
but it's still relatively like new. But like,
But
the
it
thing
came out
is,
came out like 3 years ago, though, right?
no, it came out. Did it?
Yeah,
Was it 2019 or 2020?
No,
it came out like 2018.
Yeah,
Oh shit!
it's been some time.
yeah.
I mean, either way,
2012,
I still don't want a more. I mean, bro, the way they've been cycling it ever since 2013, it was MK9, it was Injustice, then it was MK10, then it was Injustice 2, now MK11. Just keep the cycle like that.
All right.
Like, there's too many DC characters to where you guys, come on, Ed Boon. Like, I don't want another Mortal Kombat. At this
All right.
point.
So what about a new IP? How about that?
I mean, that'll be cool. The thing about that is like, what would work on the NetherRealm engine?
No. I mean,
Anything.
they could be
Put your mind
creative.
to it.
They could be creative. No.
They do their
I
own
mean,
thing.
dude, the cool thing that they could do is that they could take a studio and transition it into a fighting game. Like, my example for this would be like,
Probably.
well, what I mean is like right now, I think. All right, so it's not Arc System Works. It's actually by Riot Games. But what they're doing right now is a game called Project V or X, something like that.
Yeah,
It's the League of Legends fighting game, right?
Yeah, it's
So it's based off of the League of Legends character.
A League of Legends fighting game?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So it'd be cool for like NetherRealm if they could take like a cast of characters from somewhere else. Like, kind of like what they're doing with DC, but like somebody else and kind of like add it, like, bring it to the fighting world.
Well, I have another idea. Have you guys heard of a game called Multiverses?
Nah.
No.
It sounds familiar.
Oh boy, let me school you guys in this magical little gem that's coming out. So Warner Brothers is making their own Smash Brothers like game.
Oh yeah, you showed me this.
Yeah, where you can play as like Batman versus
Oh yeah, I've heard
versus
that, yeah.
Tom and Jerry and like That one's gonna be fire. Put Scorpion in that drone.
Wait, didn't you say it was going to be free?
Yeah, it's free to play.
But the thing is that is it gonna last though?
I don't give a shit. I'm gonna play it.
Because you know the Nicktoons drone, I think that.
Yeah, but the Nicktoons one was
It didn't have any voice acting.
Yeah, but this one has all the.
Wait.
This one,
They didn't have no voice
No,
acting?
not at all.
Voice acting.
Wow.
But this one actually not only is going to have voice acting, it's going to have the original voice. Half of the cast is going to be the original voice actor. So
Like
Kevin Conroy is
Okay.
Batman.
That's cool.
Harley Quinn is actually Harley Quinn.
She's Tara Strong, I believe.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's in there.
Yeah, Harley Quinn's in there.
Isn't Wonder Woman in there too?
Yeah.
Oh, is that the original from the?
Yeah, the original voice actress, and then it's going to have Maisie
Not
Williams, Arya Stark
Oh,
from Game of Thrones.
wow.
From Game of
Wait,
Thrones.
who's she playing? Who's she voiced acting?
Her character, Arya Stark.
Wait. Are you saying Arya Stark is going to be in the game?
Yes,
No way.
I'm being so dead.
Oh, you didn't know
Game
that?
of Thrones.
You didn't know that?
Bro, you didn't know? Yeah,
Is
no.
this,
yeah,
is this the only Game of Thrones character?
Yeah.
That's so far that's been announced.
She killed the Night King.
Dang, spoiler alert.
I'm sorry.
I knew about it. I don't know
Bro,
if you guys watched it.
No, I
that
fin-
ending
I-
was like 4 years ago.
Yeah, I finished the show. I don't want to talk about the ending though.
Listen, I like the ending. A lot of people.
I didn't
I-
care for
I
it.
didn't-
I didn't think it was. I think people overhyped it, but like,
It
I
definitely
mean,
was overhyped.
like
Daenerys
people
was
like
fine. Jon Snow was fine.
Listen. I feel like the first couple of seasons were badass. I don't know, and then towards the end, I was
Nope,
like,
I disagree. I think all of them, because I know you were about to say like, oh, the first couple seasons were good, and then after that, they kind of fell downhill.
Yep.
I completely disagree.
I mean, they did production wise, with the whole Starbucks cup thing.
Yeah, but that's cool. But like, bro, they introduced Ramsay Bolton, bro. That was one of the best antagonists ever.
I like the mountain.
That was in the later seasons.
There's Arya Stark right there. So for those of you who just lost their hearing,
You won't.
Mir just
you
dropped
won't
my
hear
dang phone.
Bro, this is crazy.
So that'll be like $200 for my phone. Thank you.
Damn.
Yeah. So here's real quick. I'll give you a quick.
That'd be a little work for Nick.
I'll give you a quick rundown before Nick kills you on the cast so far. The confirmed characters are Wonder Woman, Shaggy, Steven Universe, Batman, Jake the Dog, Harley Quinn, Garnet from Steven Universe. I don't know who Garnet is, but if you know who that is, I don't know. Bugs Bunny, Tom and Jerry, Superman, Finn, and Arya Stark.
It's a very weird cast, but
Yeah,
I
it's
think
all-
it's pretty cool.
It's all Warner Brothers characters. Like you did it, dude. In the future, they can do Harry Potter versus Scorpion,
Yeah.
or like Neo from the Matrix.
Yeah.
That'd be a cool one.
I'll try it out when it comes out.
I'm
I mean, you
definitely-
said it's free to play.
yeah,
so-
it's gonna be
Yeah,
free to
it's like you might
I
as
think
well
they
just
said
try
it's gonna
it
come
out.
out in March.
What was
but-
that game? What was that game that we were playing last night? Actually,
I can't remember the name of it.
was it a crisis or something?
Anachronous?
Oh, Anacrusis.
Yeah.
Yo, wait, did you try that game out?
Yeah, it's on Game Preview on the Game Pass.
It's cool, but I had some deep. I don't know if we should go into it on this.
Go
episode.
for it. Why not?
Can we even nitpick it? I don't even think we can nitpick it because it's a game preview.
No, we
That's
can.
the point of
No,
a game
I was going to
preview.
say we can.
Yeah,
and
give your feedback.
Like I said, we can go over all the time.
No, but I'm saying like I think like generally the issues I have will be fixed because it's general things, right? Like
No, are you sure?
Like frame rate or
I don't-
lag.
frame rate, the fact that you can't. I mean, my biggest thing is that I need to be able to run.
I
There's
think
no
sprint.
There's no sprint.
there's no sprint.
And it's one of those games where it's like the more you get, it's like Dead by Daylight. The more you get damaged, the slower you move.
the thing is,
Yeah.
the main thing I hate about it is that I get that we don't run, but why are the enemies like twice as fast as you?
Yeah, there's an overabundance of enemies that come at you. So definitely slow it down a little bit. Or if you're not going to slow it down, make it to where we can maneuver out of the situation.
Right.
They don't really do that.
And then also, can we hold not just a primary weapon, but can we get two
Right.
weapons? Like, why do
But
we?
that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like we can't really critique it because I feel like these are things that they know,
But no,
and
but
they have to fix that.
there's one thing that they might miss, and they need to turn the brightness down on one of the enemies in the game,
Yeah,
because there's an enemy in the game that it's meant to blind you
yeah.
while you're going against the enemies, right?
And mind you, this is a preview, so that's only one. Imagine,
But
if it
it's
was two or
like-
three.
Alex, like it's the brightness from this enemy is like super bright, like it'll like hurt your eyes from looking at it.
I know I have it installed, but I need to play it.
Yeah, you have to try.
I think you'll like it. I think you'll have a lot of the same criticisms we have.
I've been hearing that it's being compared to Left 4 Dead, but like a more bare bones Left 4 Dead.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
mean,
surprisingly, I haven't the game hasn't been buggy to me at all.
I mean, what I like about it is like I like the theme of it. It's like from the 70s, and it's like takes place on like a spaceship, so it's kind of like what?
Oh, so like it's like 70s retro space.
Disco.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
the Jetsons kind of thing.
Yeah. So it's like
Okay.
it takes place in the 70s. You're in the space, so I don't understand where the creatures came from. Maybe they can explain that in the real game, but
The most
You know.
impressive thing to me is the graphics. It's a very very beautiful
they're
game.
pretty good. They're pretty good.
Very
Yeah.
pretty.
I'll have to check that out. Go ahead, Don.
Well, to rewind back to Mortal Kombat, I heard that in an article, Ed Boon, he's the character designer for all the Mortal Kombat characters, and
He's the lead director. Yeah.
Oh, the lead director. Yeah, he actually got accepted into the Hall of Fame recently as well.
Oh,
shout
out to Ed Boon.
Ooh,
There
yeah,
you go.
Well
achievement.
deserved.
Clap, clap,
Well
clap.
deserved.
Good on you, Mr. Boone. We're big fans of your games.
You're-
Please make a new franchise.
You're an awesome man.
That's pretty good of achievement. I guess.
Listen, if you're gonna make a new Mortal Kombat 12, give us some old school characters. Like what's the guy? Meat?
No,
What was the other game? What was the guy? Blaze?
No, I have.
What was the other antagonist that was he's like a dragon?
Onaga.
Oh, Naga.
Onaga. Yeah, like give us those guys back.
No, I real quick. I have a better idea. Bring back character creator.
What is that?
You can create your own character.
Oh my god, is that an Armageddon?
Yeah,
Yeah.
bring us back. Bring us that back. I would love that. That'd be cool.
Yo, bro, Deadly Alliance is an underrated MK game.
What?
Deadly Alliance was fire.
I think Deadly Alliance was like
I think
it was just about right.
Nah, the most underrated one was Shaolin Monks.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That
was
reminded me
underrated.
of Dragon Ball Z sagas.
What? What are you talking about?
It was sagas.
No, it doesn't.
What the
Yeah,
heck?
it was-
Are you
How does that remind you?
Isn't
Of
that this is like not open world, but like you get the
It's a adventure
No,
platform.
yeah.
exactly sagas was the thing.
No. It's not open world though. It's
Yeah,
just,
I mean not open world, but you know
Yeah.
what I mean. Like,
You're a lunatic. I don't believe you.
yeah. I was gonna say you might
have
want to.
you guys played sagas?
Get out.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
normal. I don't
unfortunately,
play.
I played that one.
So if you've never played.
I'm normal. I don't play Dragon Ball Z games.
Oh. That's an old another topic for
You know
another
how many
episode.
childhood fighting games you've missed? You've missed the Budokai series.
No.
No, I didn't.
No,
I missed
it's-
Bloody Roar.
Tenkaichi though.
Yeah,
Tenkaichi.
The only Dragon Ball Z game I missed was the GT one for Game Boy.
Oh.
GT.
Wait.
It was a Game Boy one though.
Wait, it was a fighting game?
No, it was like a side scroller. I think beat 'em up kind of thing.
Chill. But what about the Dragon Ball Z for what was it? Game Boy?
Super Sonic Warriors.
It was the Goku. I forgot.
Oh, you talking about the Legacy of Goku?
Yeah, that was so fire.
Every Dragon Ball Z game is the legacy of Goku.
That was Pokemon for Dragon
I
Ball
mean,
Z.
Wow.
to be fair, I understand where Alex is coming from with the Dragon Ball games. It's just because they always repeat the same thing. Like,
Same damn franchise. You fight
It's
Raditz.
the same formula.
You fight Raditz. You fight Frieza. You fight Cell. You fight Majin Buu.
it's always
Yeah.
in that order
In
too.
that order.
With better graphics and better mechanics.
I guess. I mean, it's just like how many times are you gonna rinse
Like-
and repeat though?
Tenkaichi was a step up from Budokai. Raging Blast was a step up from Tenkaichi.
Right.
And then Xenoverse was a step up from Raging Blast.
Right.
I only tried to get into Xenoverse because you can create a character.
I don't like Xenoverse that much. But
I don't care for it either. I tried every game.
Surprisingly,
with a character
I remember when that game came out, the very first one, it was sold out everywhere for months, bro.
Wait, whoa.
The Dragon Ball Xenoverse, the very first one,
No.
it was sold out so much. Like anytime you went to the store, you literally had to buy the digital version.
Why did they make it 2?
I don't know.
I guess
Yeah.
the first one was just so well received.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say like I mean, but they're basically the same thing though, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the second one just carries over the story from the first one.
All right. Well, let's jump back to the rumor train real quick. Little Big Planet 4 is apparently rumored. How does everyone feel about this? Because I didn't even know there was a third one. So, Don, why don't you start us off?
You need to just end it because when y'all took it away from the original developers, y'all kind of just
Who is
dropped the ball.
the original developers of Little Big Planet? Wasn't it not Naughty Dog?
It's Sumo Games.
No, Sumo?
No, it's a different company. I can't name off
Let's
the top
look
of
it
my head.
Yeah, pull up the handy dandy notebook.
That's one of my favorite developers too.
Wait, are we
Yeah.
talking about the first two or the third one included? What as well?
I believe that they made the third one as well, like the first 3. You know? Ah, damn.
I didn't even know
I
there
got
was
you
a
right
part
now. So it was developed by.
Hey, Because I remember there was one of the first
Media Molecule.
Media Molecule. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Wait, then who took it over? Actually, in the Sackboy Adventures.
They sold it. I think that's Sumo. That's the one he was talking about. They sold it to them.
Yes, Sumo made Sackboy Adventures.
What the heck is what's Sackboy Adventures?
It's the
little bit the little bit version of for the PS5.
Yeah, after Media, they sold it to Sumo.
Yeah, the Little Big Planet's on PS5.
Okay.
Yeah, it's called Sackboy Adventures.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Again, I thought there was just Little Big Planet 1 and 2. I didn't think it went this far.
Yeah, it went far for a while.
What?
Yeah, the first 3 are the quality ones, but after they sold it off to a different company, Sumo, it kind of went down for me. That's why I'm not really looking forward for this 4th one.
Well, that's the thing, right? Because I think that's an interesting point. Because it's like, even though it's by a different developer, I feel like the game is very simple enough to where it's like, it's kind of like the Activision thing with Naughty Dog, right? Like, we know Naughty Dog created like a gem of Crash Bandicoot, but when Activision did the Insane trilogy, it was really good. Like, they followed the same kind of like blueprint that Naughty Dog left.
True,
so I feel like even with Little Big Planet, like,
remember the quality of Crash Bandicoot did dip a little bit when they.
Yeah,
but that's by different developers though. I'm talking about from Naughty Dog and Activision. Activision took the torch and did it very well. Yeah. I feel like Sumo could do the same thing. I mean, you being a Little Big Planet fan, you'll probably want a lot of the creativity and stuff like that that was in the older games. Right. So I don't really think the developer. I mean, yeah, we know sometimes developers can like drop the ball, but I feel like Sumo is pretty well. They have enough catalog on their back where I feel like if they were to make a Little Big Planet 4, I think they'd do a pretty good job with it.
Yeah, if they take a different approach from the previous one that just released, I don't know when the one they made, I think like 2 years ago or a year ago.
Which one, the Sackboy?
Yeah, for the PS5, the one you were just talking about.
Yeah,
I don't know if they do a better one than that, then yeah, okay, I can continue with developing.
Because think about it, like Little Big Planet is very simple. It's a platformer, world based kind of game.
Yeah, it's like Minecraft.
There's not much that needs to go into it.
Well, I wouldn't call it simple because in the original ones, like you can literally make like a game within a game. Like you can make up first person shooters, racing games, and
really
you can do a lot.
Yeah, I didn't know about the first person.
Yeah,
people got really creative with like level developing. Like that's why I'm like it's so underrated. You can make games within games. People make like horror games within it and all kinds of genres.
Are you telling me I might have to look into Little Big Planet?
Yeah, you might.
Is it on PC?
Yeah. No, it's not. I don't think so.
I don't know if the community.
You might have to do PlayStation Now. PlayStation Now subscription.
Oh, PlayStation No.
How about you wait for? PlayStation Scorpion?
I'll wait for Microsoft to buy whatever. I'll wait for to gather another Infinity Stone.
Just give it time.
I don't know if the community on Little Planet is as active as it was when it first came out, but you know, when it was active, around that era, the community was like so niche and it's so tight that it's beautiful what other people that didn't make the game got to create within the game. It's really interesting what they did with that.
Oh, that's cool. All right. All right. Well, that ends up all of our topics. We don't have any short takes right now, but really quick, Nick, you got anything you want to add?
Yeah, just to talk about the rumor. I mean, I wasn't the biggest fan of the Little Big Planet, and trust me, I know that's one of the that's PlayStation's one of the biggest titles of all time. But I don't know. I never really gravitated towards these games because again, I wasn't like the biggest fan. But I did play, I think, Little Big Planet 2 with Don, and the most recent one that came out with Mira on PS5, if I'm not mistaken. They were fun. I like the creativity of the game and the fact that you can create your own world, back in the old times, like Don already explained, was mind-blowing to me at the time. So I like how the game is designed, period. Like your character is an actual sack, which is interesting. I mean, that's funny as hell. It's like a child's bedtime story in a weird way. So in other words, I mean, I'm open to Little Big Planet 4 coming out. I'm just not as excited as a huge fan would be. Like Don would be, but I mean, again, he doesn't really like the new one how it came out. So
Don, would you call yourself would you find yourself cautious, but in a very optimistic way?
I most likely won't play it, to be honest.
So you're just like not ready for it.
But I mean, I would still give it a chance if I see like gameplay of it and I'm like, oh, okay, they went back to the roots of the original. But if they've gone far away from what it originally is, then I'm like, nah.
Big nah.
So is it because of the developer, or is it like what tears you away from it?
No, you just explained it. If it's different from the original franchise, like.
It seems like what a lot of.
But that's the thing. Sackboy wasn't so much different outside of the creative, the world, the aspect.
Yeah, but he's saying
in terms of gameplay and just visual aspect, it's the same.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like I feel like they took a lot of what the heart of it was, like the creating aspect, but they just.
But if we're saying that they're going to add this in the fourth one, that's what I mean. Like essentially, all that content will be there from the original 3 games. So like, why would if that was all still there? Why wouldn't you be interested in it?
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. If
they
go back to the heart of the game, then yeah, I could look into it. But if they just making an adventure game like they did with the last one, just like a side scroller. Then it's like,
yeah, but I feel like that's kind of like not being a supporter.
I mean,
not if it's the original devs.
Well, because like
I don't like it, I'm not going to support it.
Yeah, simple. But like, but like that's not. Yeah, but we can't do that because it's like
I can do it.
That's like saying you with God of War, right? Let's say they did a even though it's not a subtle small change, if they change something in the way that they're making God of Wars nowadays, you're not going to not buy it, right? Like you're a hardcore God of War fan, you're still going to dig into it and check it out. So pretty much what I'm saying is
I might not like
exactly like you might not agree with the changes, but you've been supporting that game for so long.
It's about like, opening up to the new ways of changing.
I disagree.
You know,
like I'm not about to just be like, oh, I don't like that. And not saying this is what you're doing, Don, but like, I don't like that they forgot to add that. So like, because originally, like when you got Little Big Planet, right, single player was a thing. Like you had to play the single player before you really knew what the multiplayer was about, right? So like, even with Sackboy, it's a single player game. All the creative stuff and the multiplayer and the creating the worlds and all that stuff like that could be simply added in. So like, even what I'm saying is like, if there is a new Little Big Planet 4, most people, they're going to be expecting the creativeness of it, but that single player co-op aspect is still going to be there too. It's like what really separates the game, and like, because it's like you've been supportive for it for so long, it's like taking away one feature is like, like for me, me personally, if they were to come out with if every other Call of Duty was supposed to come out from here on out, and they stop putting zombies in it, I'm not going to not get Call of Duty anymore. I'm still going to get. Yeah, I know you will. I know you will.
I literally will not touch.
I know you will.
I will not touch a Call of Duty.
I'm not going to not get Call of Duty because they took zombies out. I enjoy Call of Duty for the multiplayer. So.
No, that's the difference between that though is like the creative part of playing it is like that's like because the point was like
the core of what the game is.
Yeah, like with the story mode is to teach you how to create in the game. That's the whole point of. That was the whole point of when you go online to take those tools you got from the story mode to apply them online.
Exactly,
that was the whole point. But with like Call of Duty was already like.
Yeah, but it's like saying it's like saying you were never initially interested in what the story mode had to offer.
But that could be his thing though. Like,
the story mode was to teach you how to do things online. That was the whole point of the story mode, is to give you those tools to apply it online. That was the whole point.
I guess what I'm getting at is like you being such a fan of the game. I would even like this new Sackboy. I would have thought like you still would have like checked it out because it was based off of Little Big Planet.
Yeah, but he's not saying whether or not he's going to check it out. He said he's not going to buy it. He's not going to play. He's not going to support it if it's not like what it used to be.
And that's what I'm saying. Like I mean, obviously, and you have your own right to do whatever you want, but like. As gamers, most people, like, if you supported something for so long, like even with Halo, right? Like a lot of people didn't like Halo 4, but people still bought it and still supported it. Nope. Even if Halo 4 was a flop, it's still like people still had that interest in the upcoming Halos after that. It wasn't a thing where it was like, all right, I don't like Halo 4, so I'm dropping Halo.
Yeah, but he's not.
completely.
He's not talking about like Little Big Planet 5. He's talking
No,
about
but that's essentially that's pretty much what he's saying. He's like, because the company, the game has shifted away from what it originally was.
Yeah.
I'm not supporting it at all.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying, like, you know, at the heart of a gamer, like, if this is a game that you really used to love, I would assume that you would still check interest in it, even if it changed courses, right? Like, if fucking The Last of Us tomorrow became a damn, I don't know, a fucking fantasy game or some shit like that. Like,
no, see, I personally don't like when developers sell off the franchise and then the next developer just does whatever.
Yeah, just to cash in.
Yeah.
But,
Like,
but
I don't.
sometimes it's good though.
I'm looking
Yeah,
at you,
sometimes it's good.
Bioshock Infinite.
Like even with, for instance, with the Crash franchise, like I didn't really like the spinoffs with when they sold it to Activision that much. Besides Twin Sanity, that's the only one that was like.
So, well, okay, the process in the middle before Activision grabbed it.
Right.
Okay.
Like, I didn't like the once
The Crash of the Titans.
Yeah.
Right, I didn't like those at all. Like
Crash. What was the other one?
But see, that's what I
Mind
mean.
Over
Like
Mutant.
the me being a fan, and you can correlate this to anything. Like me being a fan of Crash is like I'm still gonna check it out. Like even if it's I'm pretty sure with you, there's a bunch of movies that probably flopped, but you being passionate about the series, you probably still watched it.
Nah,
Now you're
at least not that I can think of.
You're lying.
even with Metal Gear, like once Hideo Kojima left, they ruined Metal Gear. Like
Oh my
it's
goodness.
nothing without him. That's what I'm saying. It's like
ruined is a very like that's a very light term.
oh yeah, it was horrendous.
They-
It was just,
They took a crap on it.
Like Nick,
Huh?
you've seen all the Star Wars movies.
Pretty much, yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's a lot that differed from the early versions.
Yeah, like the new ones.
You've
Yeah.
still seen them and support them.
I love them all.
I've
That's what I'm saying.
only seen the.
I'm just
prequels.
more open to it, you know?
Yeah.
But isn't Star Wars always been by the same company, or has they been sold off to?
No.
No, it's the same one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's different. That's different. than-
Yeah.
Yeah, but the
No,
but
no,
he just
but-
said
but
that the
like,
movies is
but-
completely different.
Yeah,
It's
like the new ones, they're a lot more, like, it's not completely different, but it's like,
it's not the same.
it's not the same as
As
from
the
the
original
old
one.
movies.
which
Yeah.
makes sense, of course.
And mind you, they put a female, which no, there's like no offense to that, but I'm just saying they changed the character, which they had to because obviously Luke is dead, and you already know the story.
I don't. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
He doesn't even like Star Wars,
What do you mean? I've been trying to watch them. I just said I'd only seen the first 3 episodes.
bro. What we're talking about Star Wars in general, like in the movies.
All right, well,
everything
again,
as a whole.
spoiler free. But like I said, they
Both of
did
you.
change a lot between obviously the older films and the new ones, but it still was likable though. You know what I mean? I loved everything about them. So
All right, I got a better example. How do you feel about the Jurassic Parks?
I love them as well.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't like the Fallen Kingdom
I'm
at
just
all.
I'm a fanboy. I don't care.
Wait,
where-
but you've seen it.
For free.
But you've
I-
seen it.
I
Your
paid for
eyes
it.
watched it.
Man, I mean, yeah.
My point is like as long as a franchise keeps the core of the what it was standing on from the first place, then it's
Yeah.
like fine, no matter if they change it or not. But if they just wreck the whole basis of what it was built on, it's like I don't.
It's like I agree. I agree. but
So
I
we
disagree.
don't believe in evolution. We don't believe
That's
in
what
I
I'm
mean, if
saying.
it's not-
we don't believe in
No,
like,
Not if it's done right. No.
Yeah, that's not evolution.
Yeah,
that's
that's
valuing
evolution.
where it came from.
yeah, but
You're
it's like
taking-
but it because like it sounds like what you're saying is like
It sounds like he
tossed
can like
off
whatever
to,
game
like-
he wants.
Yeah, of course. But like it's like saying like if whatever publisher or whoever is making the game, if they hand it off to somebody else, that's a no.
Mhm.
If they don't do it well,
Yeah, if they don't do it right.
Yeah,
It's
but
like if they ruin it, they're not
Yeah.
evoluting. They
Yeah.
devaluing
Yeah,
what it is.
They have to
Yeah.
build upon, not take out stuff.
yeah, I mean, I feel like if Sumo was there, because I mean, Sackboy was pretty well received.
Yeah.
So I feel like if they did make Little Big Planet 4, I think a lot of people would accept that.
I agree.
Yeah. I don't think the core fan base would be there, but maybe new players probably.
You know what we got to hit it with? You just got to wait and see.
Yeah.
There you go.
See how
Yeah.
it does.
Yeah. The go-to phrase here. All right, we've been at this for a while, so that might wrap it up here. Anyone got some like short takes they want to cover up real quick?
No, I think we went over
Yeah.
everything.
No.
Yeah. I got a quick short take I want to take over real quick.
Awesome.
I don't know if you guys know this, but Outlast is finally releasing the Outlast trials I think it's in March.
Bro,
Well,
wasn't it supposed to come out like last year or something?
It was, so it was delayed. I forgot. I think because of the pandemic and everything, but like it's a co-op horror.
Oh, they finally added co-op to the game?
Yeah, so this game is going to have co-op.
Oh,
and it's going to be up to, I
That's
think, 4 players.
Yeah.
I am all.
Wait. I'm sorry. You said 4?
Yeah, it's going to have up to 4 players. So,
So
like,
we all can essentially play this game. Wow.
So I'm just letting you know, you better start pre-ordering that Outlast trials.
No.
That wasn't discussed when the game first got announced.
That's cool.
That's fine. You're pre-ordering it anyway. We're going to play it. And you're going to like it.
Interesting.
Hope so.
Alrighty. Well, that wraps up this episode. Make sure to give us a nice little like, subscribe, all that fun jazz. We're on YouTube, Spotify. I always forget the other one, Apple Music, right?
Apple Music.
Apple Music, hey, look at that. We'd like to thank you guys for joining us. If you guys want a short take that you guys recommend to us, go ahead and leave a comment on it, and we'll see if we get you a little shout out, and then we'll discuss your short take. So start leaving those comments. Do it now.
And
right now.
And stay tuned because we are going to be moving on some Let's Plays going forward. So I hope you guys tune in for that.
Yeah, get some new content coming up on this channel. Look at that.
Yeah.
I mean, those will obviously just be on YouTube, not Spotify, because they don't like that. They don't do that kind of stuff.
Right.
But yeah.
Until next time.
Yeah.
Everyone has a good one.
Peace out, everyone.
All right.